He died strong, when with dignity and with pride. And you must be proud of that. The king is dead, but long live the crown. Joey! 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 Rest in peace, Dad.
One thing that I know that Raila stood for, and he keep on repeating, is that we need peace in our nation, we need peace in our homes.
The Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, Ward Mary, Ward Nyar Alego, Aguambo, Tinga, Jacom, Enigma, Ward Bean, Baba. I have come a very long way with Baba. I owe you, and I am truly and eternally grateful that our paths crossed and that we shared this journey together. As we bid you farewell, we do so with the deepest gratitude as a nation and as a people. Amolo may no longer walk with us, but his spirit lives within every Kenyan and every African. Round the Bay of Mexico,
where the sun shines daily on the mountain top, I took a trip on a sailing ship. When I reached Jamaica, I made a stop, but I am sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My head is down, my head is turning around. I had to let a little girl in Kingston town.
Tonight, we pause to honor the life, courage, and legacy of a man whose name is forever etched in the heart of Kenya, Raila Amolo Odinga. For the last time, he left Nairobi on Saturday morning. For the last time, he left Kisumu on Saturday evening. And for the last time, Bondo residents got an opportunity to view his body. Raila was more than a politician. He was a symbol of resilience, a voice for justice, and a beacon of hope for millions who believed that Kenya could rise above division and inequality. His life was a journey of sacrifice, one marked by imprisonment, exile, struggle, and unwavering faith in the power of the people. From the dusty streets of Kibera to the grand halls of government, Raila's voice never wavered. He spoke for the voiceless, stood firm when it was dangerous to do so, and believed, even when hope seemed lost, that democracy would prevail. His fight was never for himself, but for a Kenya that was free, fair, and united. He inspired generations to dream boldly, to question authority, and to never surrender to injustice. He taught Kenyans that leadership is not about titles, but about service. Not about power, but about purpose. His laughter, his passion, and his fiery words will continue to echo through the mountains and valleys of this nation that he so dearly loved. Raila Odinga leaves behind a legacy that cannot be measured by elections won or lost, but by hearts touched, minds awakened, and a nation forever changed. As the nation says farewell to the father, brother, and comrade, we remember his favorite words: the struggle continues. Indeed it does, for his dream of a just, prosperous, and united Kenya lives on in each of us. Good evening. Welcome to a special coverage of the journey to Bondo. Raila Amolo Odinga rests. Residents of Siaya and Kisumu got a one-of-a-kind opportunity to view the body of their fallen kingpin, with hundreds of thousands thronging the Mamboleo Stadium in Kisumu and Opoda Farm in Bondo. The long queues stretched inside the venues, with heavy police presence to help in organizing for the public viewing one last time.
Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, yeye ni mjukuu wa 13 wanabongo Mumia. So leo nimeongoza kikosi cha wazee wa the Wanga Kingdom na pia elders wa Kakamega, na tumeleta ng'ombe 15 kama ishara ya kusherekea shujaa wetu ambaye ni Raila Amolo Odinga. Sisi kama timu ya Kakamega tunamtambua Raila Amolo Odinga kama mtoto wetu ambaye alitoka Wanga Kingdom akakuja kuishi huku, na kwa sababu ya heshima ya shujaa wetu tunasema ya kwamba tunaenda kumsherekea
huyu Raila. Wengine walikuwa wanasema ya kwamba akija Western akisema yeye ni mjukuu wa Nabongo wanafikiri anatafuta kura. Sio hiyo. Yeye mwenyewe hata ameandika kitabu ambaye inaonyesha ya kwamba yeye ako na roots za Wanga Kingdom. Sakwa ambaye unasikia Jasakwa hapa mahali alizaliwa. Sakwa alikuwa ndugu yake Wanga na Wanga ndiye alizaa sisi. Sasa hapo inaonyesha namna gani? Inaonyesha undugu ama inaonyesha ya kwamba ni ukoo wa ovyo ovyo tu? Kwa hivyo leo tumekuja kuomboleza huyu ndugu yetu ambaye alikuwa shujaa wa Kenya.
He was a member of parliament initially in Nairobi, so we hold him as one of us as Team Nairobi. We are here to celebrate a husband, a father, a friend, and a nationalist, a Pan-Africanist, a man who has fought for the liberty of this country.
I'm very close to Raila. Some were expecting to see me at Nyayo Stadium, some at Kasarani, some maybe at Kisumu, and so on. But traditionally, I had issued a statement on behalf of Kenyans immediately. And traditionally, as Raila, most of you know, is my brother-in-law, this is the day of the in-laws, to have an overnight here and wait for burial. I am not like any other relative or close friend of Raila, or a political supporter, or a political friend. But ours goes further than that because of the relationship. Mama Ida is related to me, and as such, Raila has been my in-law, and this is the day for the in-laws to come here and have an overnight here. I'm not just like another ordinary politician, some who have been being seen everywhere.
Mama Ida Odinga has pleaded with supporters of former Prime Minister Raila Odinga to maintain peace ahead of Raila's burial in Bondo, Siaya County. While addressing mourners at Raila's Opoda farm home on Saturday, Ida stressed the need to maintain calm, emphasizing that the former Prime Minister's burial had attracted high-profile guests.
Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga.
None of us knew that the time had come that my dear husband, Raila Amolo Odinga, was going to leave us. But since the time has come, we have to deal with it the way it is. I just want to make a small statement concerning the situation. I know Raila was loved by his people, his family, his community, his party members, Kenyans, Africa, and even many parts of the world. The way I'm saying this is because I've received condolences messages from many, many parts of the world, and tomorrow I hope I'll be able to read for you. Now, I want to appeal to our people. I want to appeal to our people that we must mourn Raila in peace. It is a solemn occasion. It is not an occasion of confusion. Things work better if we do it in a solemn manner. I want to appeal. I've been to many international funerals. I was in the funeral of Nelson Mandela. I was in the funeral of Winnie Mandela. I was with the funeral of President Magufuli here in Tanzania. It was solemn occasion. It is only through the still voice that we can be able to hear and understand one another.
Interior Principal Secretary Raymond Omolo has hinted that the time for viewing the body of late Prime Minister Raila Odinga will be extended if all mourners will not have managed to view the body. Now, the PS noted that the viewing exercise, which was expected to end at 3 p.m., was progressing well, adding that if by the time all mourners had not viewed the body, then an extension would have been granted. As viewing continued, Omolo urged mourners who had already paid their last respects to make way for others, noting that security officers and local youth volunteers were coordinating the exercise smoothly.
Hapa vile tunaelekezwa tutumie upande wa nyuma. Mzetu kwa umbali. Yeah. Baada kuona mwili tafadhali.
Want to appeal, we continue to appeal to Kenyans and finally to the people of Bondo where the final ceremony will be done, that we continue to maintain that calm so that we give him a dignified send-off. And for everybody, you all agree that in the history of this country, there has never been anything like it in terms of final send-off. And it can only be Raila Odinga. And we are all branches of that big tree, that big giant that has taken a bow. It's our appeal that everybody will be taken care of. We will look after everybody. And each of us has a responsibility to look after the next. And it was in his wish, just like it was his tradition, that as a true Democrat who cherished peace, who loved peace, he left us in peace as a country, and we have a responsibility to live up to that legacy. And to the people of this region, and to the people and the members of the big party, the Orange Democratic Movement, the Right Honorable Raila Odinga did not make a mistake by joining His Excellency the President to form the broad-based government, because that was his wish and we must grant him that. And as a son of this region, we have had discussions with the leadership. We are in government to stay, just like the CS Wandai said yesterday, for the long haul. So let no one have any delusion of taking the supporters and the people of this region out of government. We are safe in the hands of President Ruto, and we want to thank him and appreciate him for giving our son.
National leaders and Kenyans continue to mourn the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga following his passing ahead of his burial on Sunday at the Kangoka Jaramogi. And let's listen in to George Wajakoya, the Roots Party leader, who was also present at the scene.
Raila is an enigma. I cannot describe him. He's been a source of inspiration to me, and I've followed Raila everywhere. Remember, during his last elections, people are saying that, oh, Raila had bought me. I said, no, cannot be bought. I've known Raila for years, many years. I've known his father, whom I used to be a food tester in England, eating before. If I had eaten and died, then it would have been. So if I can go to that level of eating poison on behalf of somebody, just to ascertain whether that food is commingled with bad objects. So that shows you how close I am to this family. And I know we are all going to die. So what I'm telling the world is we should know that our final destination is that. So he's left me as an orphan. I was holding on him. I was learning from him. Everything that you see about me is from Raila and Raila's father. I don't know how you're going to feel in that gap. Raila's shoes are too big to fill. And I cannot even move near there because they are big shoes. We pray that whatever he stood for, we shall continue with this legacy. Questions?
In your list of memories, what stands out for you?
He's a man of honesty. He has integrity. And he loves his enemies. There are those who abused him, called him names. And at the end of the day, you see him laughing with them and embracing them and even appointing them to be part of him. So that's one thing that I've learned from him. That's why I've said that my party, and as I prepare to run for the elections in 2027, I've instructed those who believe in me, those who believe in what we do, not to abuse Ruto, not to abuse Raila, not to abuse Gachagua, but to impress each other. We need some kind of talk to Kenyans. We don't need to abuse each other. We need to tell Kenyans what we can do for them. And collectively, not just somebody. I can see a lot of my friends and my colleagues are now coming up to form groups to take over power. Yes, it's a good thing. But none of them has ever come to me to ask me what Roots Party stands for. That's why I'm not joining any of those fellows. Thank you.
Former U.S. President Barack Obama has paid a heartfelt tribute to Kenya's longtime opposition leader and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, describing him as a true champion of democracy and a symbol of resilience and reconciliation in African politics. In a statement released early Saturday, Obama praised Odinga's decades-long struggle for freedom, justice, and good governance in Kenya. He recalled witnessing firsthand Odinga's commitment to the country, often putting national unity and peace above political ambition. Obama, whose father was Kenyan, has long-standing ties to Kenya and a personal connection to its political landscape, even making an official visit to the country during his presidency. Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi dispatched a delegation of Luhya elders in support of Honorable Raila Odinga's funeral arrangements in Bondo, Siaya County. Bulls were presented by the elders with twigs in hands, a symbol of mourning with the community who share certain aspects of the culture.
Sisi tumetoka Mlembe Nation kuwakilisha watu wa Mlembe na Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi kuja kuomboleza shemeji. Sisi ni wa shemeji hapa. Na tukifika hapa tumeleta ng'ombe 6. Hii ng'ombe 6 ni moja kutoka kwa county zetu 5 za Western Province na moja ya binafsi ya Prime Cabinet Secretary. Tuko na dume kutoka Vihiga, dume kutoka Kakamega, dume kutoka Bungoma na dume kutoka Busia na Trans Nzoia. Hizo ni dume 5 tumeleta hapa kuonyesha uhusiano wa sisi wa Luhya na watu wa Nyanza.
Tumefika hapa kwanza kuleta rambirambi zetu kutoka Western Province, the Luhya Nation, kuja kuungana na Wakenya wengine kutoa rambirambi zetu, kusema pole kwa jamii ya Raila Amolo Odinga na kusema kwamba roho Mungu aiweke roho yake, awape familia yake nguvu. Tulifika hapa tumelete mboga kama ilivyo desturi, sisi tunaita izinguza. Nasema kwa lugha ya Marogoli tunasema utasamba uzabutabe na anguza. Yaani ukimega ugali bila mboga haukuliki, unakuchoma. Kwa hivyo tuliona tulete mboga hapa, tumeleta ng'ombe, tuko na kuku pia na vitu vingine kufariji familia. Tunaweza sema kwamba Raila alikuwa kiongozi wetu. Kenya nzima, sisi Western Province tukiwa hapa, nakumbuka mwaka wa 2007 tulimtawaza pia huko Mbale Vihiga kama kiongozi wetu, wakati walikuwa na kiongozi wetu Musalia Mudavadi, Prime Cabinet Secretary. Na pia nataka kutoa hii nafasi kuleta rambirambi zake hakuweza kufika, lakini tumewakilisha hapa rambirambi zake.
23 years ago today, Raila Odinga in style went to mourn his friend Michael Wamalwa Kijana and delivered bulls to his home in Kitale. On Saturday, Eugene Wamalwa led members of his family, the DAP party, and the larger Luya family to Kangoka Jaramogi in Bondo to honor the departed hero, doing the same. He delivered bulls to Raila's home. It was a significant cultural moment that will go down in history, with a long history shared between the two families, the Odingas and the Wamalwas. I mean, that's an interesting aspect of culture, you know, back then with Raila Odinga honoring the late Wamalwa Kijana, and you know, now subsequently Eugene Wamalwa, you know, sort of giving back that particular hand to the family. And it, you know, just shows, you know, that culture really is an integral part of us as Kenyans and even as Africans, and we should never forget that. Now, Raila Odinga's younger sister, Ruth Odinga, has acknowledged the complex relationship between the Gen Zs and the former Prime Minister during his final years. Speaking to the press at Opoda Farm Home in Bondo, Ruth noted that while some members of Gen Z had previously spoken harshly about Raila, they are now among those mourning his passing. She reflected on how her brother's legacy was sometimes misunderstood by the very people it sought to uplift. Raila and the Gen Zs have shared a complicated relationship since the 2024 anti-finance bill protests. At the time, Gen Z stated that they had taken over the opposition role, urging Baba should rest.
I wish they would have at least put him to walk from Kisumu even to Bondo. The road is full, but they're coming. The Gen Zs are running. They will be here with him here.
Not so many people have the privilege of their homes being turned into an heritage site. What does it mean for the Odinga family now that Kangoka Jaramogi is permanently in the mountain?
Those are some of the geniuses that my brother Raila did. I remember when he told us that he was making our home a museum. I was the first one to protest. I told him, so where am I going to go? Because I'm the last born of Odinga, and I didn't know where I was going to go when our home has been made a national museum of Kenya. But afterwards, schools go there. There's a lot of heritage. People are learning from it, and now it's even more monumental. Now that even Raila Odinga is buried there, that means that our legacy, Odinga family, will live forever in people's minds. Asante sana.
Looking at the outpouring of love that has come as a result of this, how does the family feel?
I want to say something. You are the same people, especially you as a Gen Z, who's telling me about the outpouring of love when he's dead. How about when he had not died and he was well, and you were saying that akufe? He died only knowing you people telling him that you prefer him dead. It is only us who are now seeing the outpouring. But how about Baba? He would have loved you people to have more love. So I say, for those who said those things when he was still alive, it was really wrong. But for those who have shown their love right now, hamukujua, the reality would be this. But the loss is for Kenya. When I laid him down and I stopped the machines, I said Kenya has lost. Kenya is lost. I don't know where it's going without Raila. Thank you. Can I just go?
Captain Xavier Maria Ondego has recounted the surreal moment of flying the late Raila Odinga back home from India during the repatriation. She noted that it also came with a sense of responsibility to the country. The captain narrated how she struggled announcing the arrival of Raila to the people on board, but had to gather the courage to do it because of how important it was. Jason Mose, an in-flight performance manager who accompanied the team to India to bring back Raila's body, said that it was both emotional and overwhelming.
And it was an honor for me to be the one mandated by the company to go and accompany the flight and make sure that all protocols are observed and the Honorable Raila Odinga is brought safely home.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking.
To be honest, I went to speak and nothing came out.
On behalf of the Kenya Airways family.
And I had to come off the speaker, take a deep breath, and then try again. And my voice was a little shaky, but it was important to me, and somehow the words flowed.
Dedication to peace and determination to address our continent's challenges.
My empathy goes to the family of Honorable Raila Odinga. My empathy goes to Kenyans who are mourning Honorable Raila Odinga, and even the Kenya Airways fraternity, whom Honorable Raila Odinga supported very much as a company. He understood the importance of Kenya Airways to the economy of Kenya, and he pushed for our growth and sustainable development in Africa.
To our country, to Kenyans all around, to the family of Honorable Raila Odinga, we are with them, our hearts are with them, we love them, and we are one as a country going forward.
They did an incredible job, and it is good to see that they're being honored even in this moment of difficulty to the nation at large. Now, the Orange Democratic Movement, ODM Thika branch, has joined the nation in mourning the passing of their party leader, Raila Odinga. In their heartfelt condolence message to the enigma, the lion of politics, the champion of democracy, and the Pan-African statesman, the ODM members, led by Kiambu County Secretary General David Moreka, described Odinga as a man who transcended politics, a leader whose ideals and vision inspired generations. Speaking after signing the condolence book at Christina Gardens in Thika Town, Moreka said Raila Odinga was not just a politician, but a movement whose voice echoed like a rhythm through the corridors of power in the streets of Kenya and Africa at large.
Kiambu County has been very focal in terms of leadership in this country. The party has done the much is good. Raila has been behind the party in Kenya. Raila has been the man who has been leading Kenyan politics in one way or the other. He has saved this country from becoming a log state to what it is. Joining the broad-based government, there was a reason, though some people have a different opinion. Raila and his party went there to ensure there's peace and harmony in Kenya. We don't want to have a Kenya that looks like Southern Sudan or Somalia. So Baba was focused. But what he did, and why he did that, was to ensure that Kenyans have an opportunity to use their brains and not their stomachs to ensure they cast their vote 2027 in a manner that can ensure wherever he is, he will be rested in peace.
ODM is a national party, and here in Kiambu County in Mount Kenya, Thika happens to be very cosmo, and in Thika Town we have supporters. We are so many actually, such that we managed to get almost each and every ward was well represented. We had candidates. that vied on an ODM ticket. We are here to mourn Baba because we feel that we cannot fit all of us in Nyayo Stadium. We have some people here who wanted us to have at least to mourn Baba, and we have a place where they can come and sign a condolence book and mourn with other Kenyans and other peoples from the world.
Kwenda mbele tuko na mpango ambao uko sambamba kabisa. Mpango wetu ni kwamba hakuna chochote kile kitaenda vibaya kwa chama chetu. Tuko na our able deputy party leaders, tuko na chairman wa party, tuko na secretary general ambayo mnajua very able. So kutoka hapo tutaonyeshwa katika ile mpango wa Central Management Committee na National Executive Council wa kiketi, watatuelekeza vile tutaenda. So sisi tutashikana pamoja, hakuna kusambaratika. In fact, whoever thinks that tutaenda kusambaratika atashangaa sana.
Mimi siwezi kusema sana. Naweza tu kukumbuka kwamba baba Raila Amolo Odinga ametuacha. Yeye ndiye aliyekuza viongozi katika Kilifi. Viongozi wote unaowataja wamepitia katika mikono yake. Amekuza uongozi ambao umeleta maendeleo mengi katika kaunti hii. Nakumbuka yeye sio kiongozi wangu wa chama tu, lakini alikuwa ni rafiki yangu. Siku ile nilikuwa ninapata shida, nimepewa operation kule Coptic Hospital Nairobi. Alikuja akalia na mimi, nikaa naye kwa kitanda changu nikiwa naumia kwa muda wa saa nzima. Huyu alikuwa ni ndugu yangu. Nawaombea hata viongozi ambao ndio watakaopewa hatamu za kukishika chama chetu, basi waweze kufata mwongozo aliokuwa na uongoza baba. Najua chama kilikuwa na mihemeko mingi, lakini wewe Daktari Oburu Odinga, ambaye saa hizi umepewa nafasi ya kuongoza hiki chama, usituache mataani, majuani, kwenye giza. Usituache kwenye giza. Elewa vile chama kilivyokuwa kinataka, kinaendeshwa na Raila, vile alivyokuwa na muungano akiunganisha, na uweze kukubali maoni ya kila mmoja ili chama kiweze kuongoza. Huyu alikuwa ni ndugu yangu. Nasikitika sana kwamba tumeweza kupoteza kiongozi namna hii.
Fare thee well, Baba. Your dream for Kenya lives on, Baba. On behalf of His Excellency the Governor, Gideon Maitha Mungaro OGW, the County Government of Kilifi, and the people of the great County of Kilifi, 003, we convey our deepest condolences to Mama Aida Odinga and the entire Odinga family. We say God is your glory, your shield around you.
Well, that particular story wraps up our bulletin tonight. Tomorrow is such a momentous day as well in the history, as Raila Odinga will be laid to rest at his home county of Siaya in Bondo. And we'll be expecting that the service kicks off, or the event kicks off at exactly 9 a.m. The president will be leading the nation in those celebrations. And it will be the last day, I'd say, that anybody can see Raila Odinga before he's laid to rest at his home in Bondo, Siaya County. So we'll be also keeping tabs with that tomorrow, and we'll be bringing you that wall-to-wall coverage and that live event from Siaya County. I can imagine the preparations that are going on tonight just to ensure that his grave is well ready, that any rituals or any cultural aspects that need to be done are conducted tonight as well. So we wait for tomorrow. Will also be a heavy day as well across the country. So allow me to bid you good night. My name is Cynthia Nanjala. Have yourself a blessed Sunday ahead.